This is a hot topic right now on social media, and rightfully so because I don't really get it either. ESPN NFL draft analyst Todd McShay was talking about Jalen Carter on TV a couple days ago as a draft prospect. Obviously, he's becoming a consensus top 5 prospect in this coming NFL draft. Hasn't declared yet, but we expect him to after Georgia's playoff run. Only a junior, obviously going to come out early. The talent is there. We get it. Todd McShay, though, went on TV the other day and said that Jalen Carter has character issues. And it exploded on the internet. Everyone is talking about it on Twitter, more specifically, because that's where things get talked about for some reason. But I don't, I don't get it, Todd. I don't know we're on a first name basis, Todd McShay, but where is this coming from? Because I'm sure he's well sourced. I'm sure that he really knows what he's talking about a lot of the time. I know that people talk about, sometimes people just get handed these positions or whatever. Well, no, I mean, he has a high profile job for ESPN doing a really cool thing that I hope that I can maybe do one day. But the thing is, I'm sourced with Georgia. I'm at everything. With these press conferences, practice, I'm at every game. I watch every play, pretty much. I'm where, as far as I can be, I'm there. I'm not, and that's not bragging. It's just what it is. I'm well intertwined with this football program right now. I've never heard anything about Jalen Carter having character issues ever, and that's what the other Georgia reporters are tweeting about, and Georgia fans. They're so I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know who told him this. I was talking to my buddy. I was like, listen, I don't really get where this is coming from. And he was like, yeah, I think it's stupid, but, here's one thing. Remember before the Missouri game, he's like walking through their warm-ups. Bro, Todd McShay wasn't there. I was there. A few of us were there. I'm one of the only people that was there. And that was not a big deal, all right? That was... We're going to call that character issues? If that's what Todd McShay's talking about, we're going to call that character issues? So, I feel the need to defend Jalen Carter almost. I saw a conspiracy theory that some team wants him to fall and they pay these analysts to do this. Maybe that's true. Probably not. I don't know. But, I'm going to get into why I really don't think he has character issues as someone who's been... I've literally had conversations with him. You can tell when you're talking to people most of the time what they're about. And I don't think Jalen Carter is about Jalen Carter. I think Jalen Carter is about the Georgia Bulldogs, and that's been a theme I've talked about for weeks. Ryan Curley from Dog Post here, trying to debunk this thing on the internet that Todd McShay said. Make sure you're checking out DAWGSTRUCTION, signed by Keely Ringo. Links are down below. Christmas is in 10 days-ish. All right, get your book. It could be a late present, or if it gets in time, it gets in time. There's also prints. We're not, we're going to sell them until it runs out. I don't know what the inventory check is. I know that I deliver them sometimes. I have actually hand-delivered a DAWGSTRUCTION before. So if you're lucky, maybe that will happen to you one day. Enough of that. Look, here's what he said. I'm trying to get the quote. He was praising Carter, and then he goes, well, with Carter, there are some character issues. Does he get along with everybody? What's he like to deal with in the locker room? Those sorts of issues. I know it's early in the process, but I'm forewarning everybody out there. Carter is going to be a hot-button name when we talk about some of the intangible aspects of it. I think Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks at number 2, who has a long history of taking guys with questionable character and then developing them and having them work out, would make a lot of sense to me. Where is this coming from? Why does he talk about why he has character? We're talking about a young man's life, a big part of his life. Is he's preparing for a playoff game against Ohio State. Other people don't play in some of these games. Jackson Smith-Njigba. I don't know the details. Maybe he really can't get ready. But he's not playing this game to prepare for the draft. Jalen Carter has dealt with 2 injuries this year, ankle and knee. And he fought to get back out on the field to help Georgia dominate this year. Okay? Georgia does not dominate Tennessee the way they did if Jalen Carter's not playing in that game. All right, he was a menace. And not only did he work from these injuries, like he could have just shut it down and said, okay, I'm going to prepare for the draft. But he worked from multiple injuries. The ankle, gets back, then the knee, then gets back. Not only does he come back, he comes back and plays more snaps than he ever has in his Georgia career. He's on the field way more than he ever was. And he's straight off of an injury, 2 injuries. And that's a character problem? Rylan Goody, tight end for Georgia, also wears number 88. The other 88. Tweeted about this character issues comment and said, like, let me just pull it up. He debunked it, is what he did. Let me just pull it up. Because I don't want to misquote him. All right, I got his Twitter pulled up. What's he like in the locker room, you ask? One of my favorite guys to be around. All-around stud as a player and as a friend/teammate. And, like, I don't know. It's just upsetting. I don't really care about this stuff most of the time. And, like, I think that Todd McShay has a cool job. But it's like, I know a lot about this. And I don't know where this is coming from. Like, I don't understand I don't think you say that about a human being. And this boils down to just, like, talking about human beings. I'm maybe I am loose friends with someone or I kind of know someone and I'm like, oh yeah, but they do this and that, but I don't know they do that. And it's like that rumor spreads and it affects their life. Like, we're talking about, like, gossip essentially. And I think that all of us learned in school and everything that is can be a hurtful thing. Well, this is that on a larger scale. So, like, if Todd McShay does have information, and he might, then that's fine. And I'm wrong and everyone else is wrong. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem being wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I write on Final Feelings, my picks, I'm wrong a lot. Okay? So I don't care about all that. But, like, if it's not true and he's just saying that, it's because it just doesn't make sense to me. We're talking about a guy that could be the number 1 pick in a few months. He could be the number 1 pick. And a guy that has fought back, has conditioned to help Georgia win another championship. That's what they're about. So when you're an NFL team, you're an NFL scout, NFL GM, and you're evaluating guys like Jalen Carter, that should matter a lot for your locker room. To me. Right? Like, to me, I value that over guys sitting out. And I'm not really that pissed about people sitting out. I get it. I understand. You're about to make millions of dollars and you don't want to risk it if you feel like the game is meaningless. Now, Georgia's case is a little bit different. They're playing for a championship berth and a potential championship. So there is more on the line for Jalen Carter. But he could, a lot of the guys on the team could sit out. If they really wanted to, they don't have to play. No one's got a gun to their head and saying you have to play. So, I think I'm done with this video.